Welcome everybody to Waves of Wellness, which we affectionately call WOW. And this is episode 34. So we have had 34 weeks of healthy habits. And for the new members, my name is Tracee. I'm a health coach, personal trainer, Reiki master, and I've been in this space for, maybe 15 years or so. I've been an athlete all my life. And my cohort here is Dr. Gloria, who is a naturopath, homeopath, and she's been in practice for over 40 years. And she has written all kinds of articles. She blogs every week. She has recipes, and you'll get to know her very well if you're brand new. And we are here because the goal with WOW is to help you create healthy habits, because we know that the healthier the habits you have, it will support your QT wave. And Darlene has documented this with her bioscan, which she'll share about that as well for the new members. But it's like, we don't want to be overwhelming. So we pick a topic every week and we just introduce things that you can get started with right away. And many of our members have started, well, I'll let them tell you, but it's all about creating lasting lifestyle changes. So these habits are things that you can do like second nature, like brushing your teeth. Okay. So we will layer these habits one at a time and it will be awesome. And so, okay, this is crazy, but my internet guy is here. So I'm going to let Dr. Gloria take it away so I don't lose internet, and I'll be right back.
That's great. Okay, take care. She's finally going to get her high-speed internet. So that's exciting, because you know how she freezes sometimes. She's out in the farm country. So what we're going to do is continue with what we have committed to do in WOW. And that is, as Tracee said, it's not only for now, but after we go through our do-over. If you go back, and Tracee says this all the time, if you go back to what made you sick because you don't know any different, right? Then you're going to get sick again. It doesn't matter what you look like or what your health is when you come out of our do-over, and you know what I mean by the do-over. You're going to go right back into the health conditions and the disorders that you have now and maybe more. So the whole purpose of Waves of Wellness and our cooking show on Mondays is to teach you healthy habits, like Tracee has mentioned, and so that you have something as a reference to change your life in a positive way now and for the rest of your life after the do-over as well. The one thing that I want to say quickly about Darlene, this is very important, because having been in practice over 40 years, what I like about what Darlene is showing is that, and Darlene has mentioned this, people will say, well, I don't think I noticed any difference. And I've had my device, blah, 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 X amount of weeks or months or whatever. But Darlene shows you, when you see something in living color on a chart that's being tested the same way each time that she retests you, there's no denial. You can't say my inflammation isn't any better, or my nutritional absorption isn't any better, because her proof is in the pudding. So over to you, Tracee.
Okay. Well, you guys, I have a horrible internet, as many of you have probably seen with me doing, all of these shows, how I glitch in and out. So finally today, I am getting my internet, like the fiber optic cable, which is going to be fabulous. So anyways, I want to hear from you now. So I honestly missed you guys so much being away. I had FOMO, I had a blast in New York, but not seeing you guys, getting my battery charged from you each week sincerely is something I really did miss. So I would like to hear from you. Who has developed some new healthy habits within the last week or two that you want to share with us? Any successes you've had from any of the WOW programs, because we also have to remember WOW can breathe. Julie is masterful in her breath class that she leads every Friday, which will literally help you release stored trauma, trapped trauma in your body with this breathing and shaking. And, Christine on Key mentioned that on Tuesday, and I thought, wow, that's some synchronicity there. So I would encourage you guys to join us on Fridays as well. So anybody develop something new that they learned last week, the week before? Linda, I can always count on you, girl. Go for it.
Always go for it.
Well, this is actually kind of a hats off to Darlene, because when she did her whole presentation, one of the WoW calls on mushrooms, and the last time I was at the farmer's market, they have one here every Saturday, and there's a person there that has a whole booth of the mushrooms that they harvest. I don't know if that's the right word.
Yeah.
But I just looked at these things and thought these are really edible. And because Dr. Gloria had mushrooms in our Wow I Can Cook, I reached out and bought, they were blue oyster mushrooms. And they were phenomenal. And I had never seen the lion's mane, and I just looked at that, like, you really eat this? And so this week when I go, I'm gonna get some of that. And they also, I think, have the powders and the liquid. So I'm gonna investigate. I didn't have a lot of time to spend at the booth, but anyway, thank you, Darlene and Dr. Gloria, for pushing me in that direction.
You're welcome. And one comment I want to make is that the mushrooms are so good, all the ones that Darlene listed and even more. But remember, if you take the powder, it's concentrated. So I've had patients that have a problem because they can have a healing crisis. They can have some kind of a Herxheimer. Don't decide, oh, this mushroom's really good. I got the powder. I'll put a tablespoon in my smoothie or in my drink. Start slow, like everything else. If your body does well with it after a week at a small amount, then increase it. But don't all of a sudden think if a quarter teaspoon is good, a whole tablespoon is better. Okay. So just be aware of that. Yeah.
And I'll add to that Dr. Gloria's suggestion of that mushroom coffee. I made a hug about it. Oh my gosh. That is
the best
so
I've ever had.
Delicious.
Okay, so they're going to want to know the name again. The mushroom coffee is called Gano. Gano. And if you buy it on Amazon, you used to not be able to get it there, but you can now. And it is the original. Don't get all their flavored stuff because there's no calories, no sugar, nothing in the original. I put it in, make my coffee with it, and then I put a little drop or two of stevia. But it's Gano. It's a brown box, not their golden one or any of those, because they're all loaded with sugar. They even have a chocolate one. So Gano. And I literally buy 10 boxes at a time. It comes out, I know it's a chunk of money to begin with, but buy a small box first. But it comes out to about 40 cents a cup. So each little individual packet is a cup. And for me, it's a mug. It's this size. It's a great big one. I don't know if you can see it. Can't see it. But it's a big mug. So so is Tracee's. So anyway, that's another way to get the mushrooms is in your mushroom coffee. And I've had it almost 16 years. I've taken it. I started out buying it from a patient when it first came from Singapore, and it was multi-level marketing, and I wouldn't do multi-level marketing. So I bought it from my patient. Then years later, it was available on Amazon. So now you can just buy it, 1 box, 2 boxes, or buy the whole case, which is 10 boxes of 30 packets each. So there's a several month supply. I drink 2 cups every day. So that's great. Thank you, Tracee. Yeah, I know. I know that you love it, and so do I. I mean, every day. But I also remember that I believe is what keeps me from catching colds and every other little thing that goes around. It did not keep me from getting COVID because I got it big time. But I don't catch colds and other little symptoms that go around. But I've taken it for so many years, 2 cups a day. So at 40 cents a cup, that's less than $1 for 2 cups a day. So it's really a good buy. Start out slow, and then if you like it, I'd suggest you buy it in bulk. Okay, Raj.
Let's go to Raj. Wait, where'd you go?
She's there.
Over, I guess.
Oh,
I was unraising my hand, but my comment is about all of the changes that I've learned, and I've actually been inspired. One of your waves of wellness was about vitamins, and I knew that I needed to implement those into my life. And I also was involved with the Bioskin project at the time. And I had a consultation with Darlene, and I followed her recommendations, and just everything that she said and everything I have learned here has just absolutely changed my life. It's made taking my vitamins so easy. I do it day and night. I've been doing it faithfully since she made the recommendations. And I've changed my cooking oil. You know, the products, I always made my own products for brushing my teeth, but I recently got a bamboo toothbrush, you know, that with a mixture of the bentonite and, you know, a whole bunch of stuff together to brush my teeth. It's just, you know, everything that I learned here, I just learned so much. Everyone is just so knowledgeable, and I really enjoy coming every single week to learn something new and just to give them my feedback, because, you know, I feel really grateful to be sitting, you know, in all of your presence, because you're just so masterful in your own fields. And I just appreciate the opportunity to be here. And I just wanted to let you know. Thank you.
Thank you, Raj.
Thank you,
And
Raj.
I'm glad you said that, because Darlene and I are starting a new show every other Tuesday at 1 Central, where she's going to review somebody's reports as well as the lifestyle recommendations for that member. And then you guys can come and ask questions. So we'll be doing that starting next week at 1 Central. So look for it. It's going to be in the sneak peek video. Okay, Lori, and then we'll wrap it up and get started with sweating.
Okay, I just have a couple of really positive comments about the WoW Can Cook, because I've learned so much from that. I make so many mistakes, and I learned so much from making those mistakes. I can't tell you. And everything Raj said is so true. So thank you, guys. I have a question about the dehydrator that I got. I got one of those ones that I think Linda LC. We communicated a little back and forth, but I have a question. I've never done anything like that before. So I put beets in there, and I put sweet potato, and I thought I was going to get something like a chip, but what I got was like it's really leathery. Did I do it wrong?
No, it should be like a chip.
You probably need to cook it more. So if it's leathery, then that means, so it's not crisp, which means there's extra water in there. So I would cook it more.
It's like I gave it to my dogs, and they're going for hours, and I'm going, let me think.
No, Lori, they should be that way. And what Tracee's saying is so true, because when I used to dehydrate in different homes, you know, when I was moving, it would depend on the amount of, I guess, the amount of current or the power that was coming through, because they'd get leathery and I'd have to do it like twice as much. So just do it more.
So do it more. Okay.
Longer.
Yeah, cook it longer until it gets crisp, like a potato chip.
From what I've learned, when you're dehydrating, you can't over dehydrate it. Once the water's out, the water's out. So you don't have to worry about that. And you know what I have in my dehydrator right now is eggshells. So I don't know if you saw the hug I did, but eggshells are so good for you and for your garden. So I'm dehydrating all my eggshells now.
I was just putting eggshells into my garden. I mean, crushed eggshell. That's not good, just without dehydrating.
You can do that. You can do that.
No, yeah, I used to do that on the farm. Yeah, you can do that. But Tracee's eating them. She's putting them in her smoothies and stuff. So you want them dehydrated if you can.
You want them like a powder. So when you dehydrate them, you can grind them up into a powder.
Exactly.
So.
And then just a quick, the Gano coffee. Do you mix that with regular coffee, or do you just drink?
No, that is your coffee. Just water. That is your coffee. Yeah, you just put the little envelope in your mug, and then I add a creamer that is coconut milk and almond milk. And then I put, because I don't want to use the cream or the milk, and then I put a drop or two of stevia, and it's delicious. But you don't even need the stevia. I'm just such a sweet tooth, and I don't eat sugar, so here you go, right? I've got the stevia. But no, you just add water. It's just, I have an electric teapot, and I just fill up my mug and put in the one envelope and stir it up. That's all you do. So they're great for travel as well.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Individual little packets. You're welcome.
Okay, quick, Kira, we got to get going. Wait, you're muted, babe.
Okay. My dad used to put eggshells in his coffee when I was growing up.
Like
In the
when
brew.
he brewed it?
Yep.
Okay, I've heard that.
Yep.
Yeah, I have
Just
too.
adding that.
Yeah.
And I want to
Yeah.
say one thing I got from WoW is mostly I got from Tracee is her exuberance is infectious, and it's teaching me how to be more like that and less the other way. So thank you, Tracee.
It is infectious.
It very much so
Thank
is.
you.
You
Thank
know,
you.
here's a funny story for you. I just am naturally high energy, and my brand before I came to QHS was High Energy Girl, because that's what people said their experience of me was, just lots of energy. And my B12 was off the charts when I had it measured way back when. Well, the funny thing is, who knew that I would go from this type of energy to this type of energy? You know, it's pretty crazy. But the funny thing is we used to entertain a lot when the kids were young and have all their friends and families and different people over. And one time I was dancing on my bar, and we have this huge long kitchen counter that I'm sitting at right now. And we had music playing and I'm dancing on it. And my oldest son, one of his friends goes, "Marco, I think your mom's drunk." He goes, "Oh, no, she's not. She always does that." I'm like,
I'd
so
like to see that, her dancing on her bar in the kitchen.
well, I used to teach Zumba, you know, so I like to get the
Yeah, I
groove
know,
on.
but not on your kitchen counter.
It's all right.
That's too funny.
Okay,
Okay,
everyone,
let's
let's hear from our magical guest today. We have Darlene. So for those of you that don't know Darlene, she is in charge and leads our bioscan project. And essentially what it is you see the chart behind her. She tests your hair, nails, saliva, urine, whatever she can get her hands on. And she can literally see everything in your body and how it's improving thanks to the QT wave. And so she's masterful at that. But in her past experience, she had a spa, like a wellness spa. So she knows all kinds of different things about how to make your body healthier. Plus, one thing I love about Darlene is she is so spiritual gifted. You know, I feel like that the admin team here at QHS is just everyone is so spiritually gifted. They can see what's to come. They can tune in to the frequency of, like, say, the HHS. I'll let Darlene share her story with you on that. But I mean, I just am so happy to have Darlene here to be able to talk today about one of my favorite topics, which is sweating. So
Yeah.
thanks, Darlene. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm just so happy to be a part of this project and bringing these pointers out. It's all about how we can use the device to the fullest optimum level and what's going to help these, the frequency device work for us. And what I'm seeing with my test and what we've been doing for the last 2 years now, can't believe it's been 2 years. I'm seeing that the areas of stagnation of where the inflammation is not moving progressively into the balance phase is the lymphatics and the skin. And that's why when Tracee asked me, she said, what topic do you want to do today? I just said, okay, let's talk about sweating. And I did have a sauna business. And it really wasn't a whole wellness spa. It was just me. And basically what I called myself was a stress reduction manager. Even though I have a nutritional background, my philosophy, and I measure stress, that's what inflammation is of the organs. So how do we counteract stress? So that's when I incorporated a photonic sauna. And I'll go into detail about that. But what it did is when people came in, I did the test on them. I would find out where their stresses were, and then we would emit the frequencies under the lights. People were coming out with less depression. They were feeling better. I know when I had that sauna, I was in the best shape. Okay, so I miss it, but I have another type of sauna now that I use that I'll go over with the PowerPoint. But basically, this is about counteracting stress and what can you do for your stress. And it doesn't matter what stress you're under. I mean, it's about how you're counteracting the inflammation of your organs. And when this reading, when the proof is shown with the testing, not everybody can have this test, but, and I wish I could test everybody, but this is just showing you the people that I am testing and their progress. And I do tell people, you might want to try a sauna and just, see how it works for you. So
Cool.
these suggestions aren't, they're suggestions, and you can, we go over this the program, you just make those decisions for yourself.
And you guys, I mean, I have a sauna also. Here's a funny story. I had been wanting a sauna for a long time. And I did a hug video on sauna. And I showed how you can make one for very inexpensive for yourself. And so, but I was doing that for a long time. And so then finally one day I just went out and I bought one that I found on sale. And then I had one of my sons help me install it in my bedroom. And I knew my husband wasn't going to be on board. So I wrote a sign and I just said Love Shack on it, like just to be silly. And he came home and he goes, "What is that?" I said, "That's the Love Shack." And anyway, he doesn't use it, but it's very, very good. And Darlene, tell them about the Finnish sauna study.
The Finnish.
Yeah, do you know about that?
For Finland.
Well, I
Okay.
know the study is that most of the people in Finland, everybody has a sauna in their house.
Yep.
And
Well, they
it's
did a
essential.
20-year study and they showed that regular sauna use decreased all-cause mortality by something like 70 some percent.
Mhm.
That's huge.
And
So, you want me to
dementia,
start your
yes.
PowerPoint?
Yeah, let's go ahead and let's just show the benefits and why it's essential to have a sauna and
And
put
there's
sauna
other
into
ways to do it as well, remember. So, okay,
Okay,
can you see that
yeah,
very
just
well?
make it bigger. Yeah,
Okay, let
just
me go to
hit your,
presentation mode if I can figure that
That's
out.
good. That's good. It's a good size.
Okay.
yeah, okay.
That's better.
Wait, view, fit to window.
Yeah, that's it.
Did it work? No.
It fits a window. I mean, it looks
Oh,
good.
hit the green little button where it has red, yellow, and hit the green one on
I
the
don't see
left
red, yellow,
corner.
and green.
On the left corner.
Left corner, hit the green.
Yeah, hit that.
Okay.
That enlarges it. Yeah.
Woohoo, you did it. Okay, I hope you guys can see it good now.
And
All
there's
right.
That's fine.
So this kind of looks like my sauna right there. But it's
Okay, yeah,
infrared.
and yeah, these are three different types of saunas. You got your infrared, you got your steam, which is your traditional saunas, and then you got your blanket sauna. So there's different versions that, your blanket sauna, we'll go into detail about that. That's the far infrared, which is closer to the skin. And so why is sweating important? Mainly, what I ask people is, where did your breakfast go? Where did your dinner go? Okay. If you didn't eliminate, that it holds in your skin. So that's why, we need to sweat, because a lot of the toxins that we carry are embedded in our skin. And that's what I'm seeing with my reports. I'm seeing that the skin is staying inflamed, and people are saying, why is my skin still, in the inflammation rate? And I said, well, because, you need to be filtering. And, exercise is one thing, but when you get into sweating, when you sweat, when you exercise, you're not in a relaxed state. So when you're in that parasympathetic nervous system state, you're going to detoxify more efficiently. And a lot of times when I get ready to test someone, I test their polarity. And if their polarity isn't where it should be, I put them in the sauna. And so I've seen results where it oxygenates the blood, and then I get a higher reading of their polarity. And it's also good for weight loss. An average time in the sauna is anywhere from 30, 45 minutes if you can stand it. I mean, you have to build up to it. It's just like exercise. It does mimic aerobic, moderate aerobic, moderate intensity exercise. So it has been proven that you can, if you're, depending on the frequency of how often you go in a sauna, will determine, your weight loss. And it also helps with muscle, with atrophy as well. And you don't think, because you're not doing anything, but when you're in that relaxed state and you're not in that fight or flight, your body can eliminate toxins more efficiently. And that's what I'm noticing too. People they're holding on to their toxins. So that's why this, when you can release the toxins, you're going to help that QT wave device even work better. It's going to say, whoa, you're going to give it some clearance. And so then with relaxation, after you get done with the sauna, now when you're in the sauna, it is stress. You are activating your shock heat proteins and it's releasing. So yes, it can feel stressful. So people need to build up to it. I had people that would just say, I can only take 10 minutes. And I said, that's fine. So they build up to it. It's just like, going out and trying to run a mile. You just take one step at a time. And then what the after effects, you don't have depression. It just helps you feel better. That's all I can say. And that's
And
what,
one thing I want to add here is it's really great to have a dry brush in your sauna, or it could be any way that you're going to sweat, such as this. Now, what Darlene said is parasympathetic versus sympathetic. The sympathetic nervous system is your fight or flight. So that's like when you would be sweating under exercise. And the parasympathetic that she referred to, I call it rest and relax mode, but it's when you're calm and then you're sweating. That is what she's referring to, is sweating in a calm state. But the dry brushing, in my opinion, is wonderful to do before you sweat.
but the best thing
Darlene, I have a question.
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry. I have a question for you and a comment. Years ago, my older son, who is now in his 50s, had a lot of asthma. He was born premature. And the only thing that helped was a sauna. We had one of the first ones, and it was ugly compared to these, but we had one of the first ones and it helped him. He could breathe. But I have never been able to go in a sauna, and I have a lot of patients that can't. I will get a migraine like you won't believe. And a lot of patients react that way. When I was head of the fibromyalgia organization, but we have to sweat. What you're saying is so valuable, because the skin is the largest organ of absorption and elimination. So you're right. I can see why you're not seeing good results in people that aren't able to sweat. I'm one that doesn't sweat well. And so what I did was I bought a box like the old I Love Lucy show, that was the steam cabinet, where your head is out of the cabinet and you're sweating, but it's only from the neck down, because that way I don't get a headache. And so a lot of people bought them. They're available online now. Have you experienced that people just,
Yeah, I will go into
why?
That's what I have at home. Yes.
Oh, is it?
Yes. Yeah. And also, if you're claustrophobic, I'm one of those.
No, I'm not claustrophobic at all.
So, yeah. And so there's different options, and they all have their different purposes. But the main thing is you want to get into a sauna that does allow you to sweat proficiently. And sweating is important, and you have to build up to it. And yes, over time, a lot of times when people have headaches, they're eliminating toxins. So you have to, make sure you're hydrated. You've taken your mineral salts, and also your electrolytes. Yes.
Yeah, we all do that, but there's still a condition. I don't remember the medical name, but there's a condition where people can't handle the heat on their head. Like, I can't go in the sun without wearing a hat, or the same thing will
that's
happen.
what I liked about the photonic one, because it was open. It was a cylinder. It was open.
Cool. Okay. So, thank you. Go ahead.
So we're going to deal with the 7 channels of elimination into why we need to sweat. So we've got the sympathetic system that we were talking about, and the parasympathetic. So the channels of elimination, we've got about 7 of them. And the liver being the most important one, it metabolizes, it's the manager, it manages all the toxins, it manages your vitamins, sugars, nutrients. And so, you want to help the liver, because a lot of times if the liver is having to do the brunt of the work, it's not going to detoxify the toxins. So the liver's, produces chemicals that your body needs to stay healthy, and it breaks down the harmful substances. And a lot of times, I did have people, they would go in the sauna and they said that was the sickest I've ever felt. Well, when I got into their lifestyle, I said, well, did you drink alcohol that last night? Oh yeah, I had 3 glasses of wine. So yes, you don't want to go into a sauna, but yeah, if you have a lot of toxins in your body, slowly build up and then, let the process work. So we're going to go to let's see, the lungs. Of course, we're talking about breathing. So when you're in the sauna, you want to do deep, relaxed breathing. You want to try to be in a relaxed state and allow the sweating to just let the body release these toxins. At least, and also you don't want to be smoking. And the lungs, it's the best exercise. I mean, this will work your lungs without exercising. It's been proven. The frequency is, 3 to 4 times a week in the sauna, increased lung capacity and the cardio effect to the body. So, if you're exercising and doing the sauna, it's just even better. So I used to do long runs. I was a marathon runner. I biked, and I would go in and I would use the sauna because I would get infections in my lungs a lot. I was getting bronchitis. So this filters the toxins out of your lungs. And then especially the lymphatic, the lymphatic system is, with people with edema, your neuropathy, your conditions that, you want this inflammation to go down. And a lot of times when you're dehydrated, a lot of people aren't getting water to their cells, and that's what the salt does. It allows the water to penetrate into the cells. A lot of times the water is outside the cells when people have lymphatic issues. So that's why the sauna is going to help with that issue as well. And it's good for drainage. I mean, you use it as a drainage and pain reduction, and it does work. I know there's Sonny's out there, and he was coming to the sauna, and it did help with his issues, didn't it, Sonny? Did you find it helpful when we were doing the sauna? He's muted. But basically, when you're working with lymphatic system, lymphedema, all this basically, I just find that with the test results, people are still staying in that fight or flight mode, and they're not really, their toxins are still holding on.
So can I ask you a question, Darlene? So I have heard that it's really helpful when you're doing any type of sweating, such as the sauna, that if you have a binder, such as bentonite clay or charcoal, to help bind to these toxins so they can eliminate more easy. Have you found anything about that?
Well, that's where I got into when I did the PowerPoint on, fire in the belly, and that's addressing your microbiome. Yes, that's very important. And then colonics, getting rid of toxins out of your colon. So then you got your blood, your circulatory system. It's the liquid organ that transfers the blood, and a lot of times, drinking red clover tea and also your chlorella and your chlorophyll. It naturally oxygenates the blood. So when you do get into a sauna, it does stimulate the nitric oxide. So that's really important. And it assists in eliminating waste.
Okay.
And then we got the skin being the largest organ. And that's really important to get rid of, this is the whole purpose, is to get the toxins out of the skin, because the skin carries the debris. It's the last to go, but it's our largest organ. So we need to remove it from our skin. And if it stays in our skin, then I find that that's why this is essential to talk about, because a lot of people, they're doing everything they need to be doing, but sweating is the missing mechanism here. That's why it's important. And I would have women come in and say, I don't like to sweat. I go, well, okay. But once they started sweating, they loved it. They came back in. And then we've got the kidneys. Oh, the
The
colon,
colon.
here's the colon, yes. And, that's through, proper assimilation, digestion, and elimination. And then that's why, when you go to get a colonic, it hydrates your colon, which is good because a lot of times, when people are congested and they're dehydrated. So a lot of times you have to look at your hydration. And so then also you can do your own, but a colon hydrotherapist that knows what they're doing can reestablish the health of your colon as well and be very helpful. And a lot of times your colon hydrotherapists have saunas that they have you go in a sauna first and then they do the hydrotherapy. So those are ways to look at elimination. And then here we have the kidneys. And so the kidneys, we found that, through the years, people had renal failure, and a lot of that has contributed to dehydration as well. And I know, there was a section in there that said, it's not in there.
Right here, I just
Here
broke
we
it
are.
up.
Oh, okay. Yes. Okay. So here, it's the primary liquid waste. And also when I was in China, it was all about flushing out your kidneys. So your urine is, that's why I have people bring, I test their urine because that is the most current way of looking at the body if I'm not with that person personally. And when I have people personally, I don't have to test all that. I just use their meridians when I test. But a natural supplement is corn silk. So you might want to look at, if you're having kidney issues, you might want to look at that substance, that nutrient as well. And then just understand the 7 channels of eliminations that we just discussed are important, and they do assist to, the pursuit of excellent health and getting your body properly, detoxifying, because our bodies want to hold on to toxins. They're comfortable with them. So we need to stress our body through sweating to release these toxins.
And if you don't have access to a sauna and summer is coming, then you can go sit out in the sun and sweat.
Yes.
That is a parasympathetic.
That's our
nervous
next, yeah. That'll come up, yeah. Do as the Romans do. Do as the Romans do. They used to get on their roof and just let the sun, and we were told, that the sun is harmful. We're not supposed to, get sun on our skin, or we're supposed to block it with sunscreen. No, I find that people who have cancer, who've had melanoma, it's lack of sun. So, the benefits from, sauna therapy, we're talking about asthma, bronchitis. I was having some issues just 3 days ago. I was having something, a lot of mucus I thought, where is this coming from? And I just got in the sauna, and I have an ozone sauna. So I did ozone and oxygen. So rheumatoid arthritis, that is the water retention. It's holding in the joints, and you have to release that. So that's what the sauna does. Cancer pain, cirrhosis of the liver, Crohn's disease, cold hands and feet, which is your hormones, your thyroid, cystitis, duodenal ulcers, they're eliminated, your gastritis, hemorrhoids, hepatitis, high blood pressure. Now, keloids, and when we're talking about, okay, it doesn't do anything about blood sugar, but what they have told and the research has shown is when you are in a sauna, you don't want to measure your glucose while you're in the sauna, because it'll show a concentrated effect because it's releasing that out of the skin and the blood. So you want to do your glucose test before you go in and then after. And then radiation sickness, I had a lot of people coming in, they had cancer, and they would use the sauna to release their chemo. And so, teenage skin problems, tinnitus, and then mainly, we got eczema and psoriasis. We had a person on the call last night that was asking about that. And then pain relief. So here's the different kinds of saunas. We have infrared, far infrared, steam, ozone, and a lot of these saunas are a combination of all of them. And then I'll talk about the photon genius, and then natural photonics, right? So, right, Tracee? The
That's
sun,
my favorite.
do as the Romans do. So just get out in your backyard if you have sunshine and sweat the natural way.
You know, it's a really good thing to do, provided that your neighbors aren't Gladys Kravitz types. You put a towel, a cotton towel on your grass, and you take off everything and you lay on the cotton towel. So then you're grounding and you are absorbing the sun, and you just do it for like 20 minutes. That's all. It will be such a magic pill with that nice shot of vitamin D and also allowing your body to sweat. One way to sweat faster is to do a little bit of light exercise before you get into a sauna or before you do the Roman sauna bath. But if you do a little bit of light exercise, then your core temperature will be warm already. And then when you get in the sauna, your sweat will happen faster.
Oh, that's good advice. Yeah, and I always call the saunas are lazy man's hot yoga. That's what I call it. So, here we're going to go into the different types, and a blanket sauna is probably your most economical. It's not as expensive, but you can just use it at home, and you basically wrap yourself in it, and you can put on your music and meditate. Use this for meditation. Use it to listen to Laura's call, and when she did the meditation with our devices, and it's very powerful. So it's a time to take for yourself and to just, and try to do it as much as you can, but build up to it. So this is, increases blood flow, circulation, oxygen delivery. So all your saunas will do that. And it also works on the blood circulation for healthy organs.
And so Darlene said that this was the least expensive way. So the one I was using was even less, which is what I did was I got these silver domes. Like, so, when you buy baby chicks, like at the farm store, and they have these heat lamps for the chicks. Well, you can buy infrared light bulbs to put in these like silver domes. I think they're probably aluminum maybe or stainless, but and then I pinned them up onto I had 5 of them pinned or clamped, because these lights that you buy, they clamp onto like a cheap plastic shelving unit. And then I put a thermal blanket over the top of my head and down the back of the shelving unit. And it worked. I just would sit there on a towel in front of that heat, and it was probably cost me $100 to set the whole thing up.
And this is the sauna I have, and I highly recommend it. I don't sell these things. In fact, in Canada, they outlawed it now because of the ozone. They sell it with the steam, but they don't sell it with the ozone generator. And so, ozone's been depleted from our world for a long time with the carbon dioxide and the nitrogen oxide from, all in the atmosphere. So basically what doctors have, they just, engaged it because they didn't want, they're saying breathing it was toxic. But, it's a very powerful way of killing germs, and also devitalizing viruses and pathogens. And it is helping with cancer, by the way. And that's intravenously, but also, people getting in this sauna. Now, it's steam, and then what happens is you got the oxygen compressor there, and then it makes the ozone. So you're not breathing in the ozone, and also your head is out. So you're blocking the ozone from going up into your nostrils and breathing it in. And then I have a nose device where I also inhale oxygen as I'm in that sauna. So it's given me a lot of benefits, and it really does help with depression. I go in there when I feel my down, and what's wrong with me? And that just like I did the other day. So I try to do this about 3 times a week. And if I'm doing hot yoga, I kind of, I try to do it about 3 times a week and get something where I'm sweating in a more parasympathetic way. So, the effects of inhaling ozone is, it is toxic, but you don't inhale it with this type of sauna. And also they use it to purify water. So I put ozone in my water. And even though I have a water purifier, it also helps with the oxygen. And so anytime you can oxygenate your body, and a lot of times when I have people come to me personally and their polarity is low, I put them in the sauna and I test them before, and I did a video on that. So you can go to my videos on QHS, and it shows a person, her polarity was low, and then after being in the sauna and doing electrolytes, her polarity just shot up sky high. So it does oxygenate the blood. And you can go, people do charge for this. So, average fee, you don't have to buy one. Just find a place that has this. It's about $50 a session. And usually they have package deals. So, but it's very, very beneficial.
And Darlene, can you explain the whole thing about polarity?
Well, polarity it's just like your spark plugs in your car. It ignites your cables, it ignites your body to have a charge. We need that. That's what the fulvic acid, that's what minerals do. And if you don't have that charge and you're not hydrated, yes, these frequencies won't work. I mean, they won't work to their fullest benefit. And that's why I'm bringing this up, because it's all about polarity and getting the blood to be oxygenating. And that's very important because cancer cells cannot grow in an oxygenated world. So what you're doing is you're counteracting, the toxins so your body can oxygenate.
Cool.
So, we go back to 1950 when it was found to be effective disinfectant for the wounds and skin diseases. So, that's very powerful. And then it blasts the membranes of viruses, yeast, and bacteria. I've killed many cells when I've had bronchitis. And even though I'm feeling not too good, I get in there and I'll get well within 2 days. So it's been very successful treating inflammation of the bowels and ulcerative colitis, and also with chronic bacterial diarrhea. With people with IBS, it helps.
And I see right here, abnormal tissue cells, thereby killing them.
Well, that's kind of in the
means, Darlene?
Pardon?
What do you think that means?
Cancer.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
That's very cool.
So this is the sauna I had. This is the bomb of all saunas. And it had noble gas tubes that would pulsate and transmit energy. And as you stood in front of it, now it does heat. It's not a tanning bed. A lot of people thought, oh, am I going to get a tan with this? No, it doesn't have the UVB. So basically it's near, far, and infrared. And also what it had, and get this is before, I was doing the frequency medicine with my oscillator that I have and treating people as far as, for stress reduction and putting that in their tincture. But it also had a 727 frequency generator. So as you stood in front of it, a lot of times people would say, well, I need to sit down. Well, a lot of times they would just stand. And as you stood in it, your body would just go back and forth. It would heat your body. You would be sweating profusely. I mean, we would put music on where they would meditate. I had people coming in with their rosaries, praying, this was really helping a lot of people. And so through knowing about what saunas do, anytime we can sweat, now this is the photonics, so it does mimic the sun. It gives you all the photonics, what the sun gives you, and the colors. So by looking at the colors, that helps generate, and Gloria did a session on that. And then when I was able to sit them in front of the lights and look at the lights and emit the frequencies while they looked at the lights, it just helped with their nervous system. And that's mainly what we're doing. We're just helping our nervous system be in a more relaxed state. And basically, imprinting our body of water so we can always be in a balanced phase. And if we can try to, I mean, in the stressful times and what we're going through, anything you can do to relax the body is very beneficial.
Awesome. That is excellent, Darlene. I love all of that. And so, who has questions that they would like to ask Darlene? Go ahead, Jorgen.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Darlene. Did I understood you right with the 6 different type? I don't think you mentioned normally sauna. Is it just heat sauna with a lot of moisturize? Or as a steam is not normally sauna? Do you
No,
understand?
yeah, steam is, well, it's your traditional saunas that had the steam.
Traditional? No, okay.
The
Because
traditional is hot rock, isn't it?
Yeah, it's where you throw the water on it and it's got the humidity. And they get a lot hotter. Those get a lot hotter. Those are what
as,
Finland has those. You have those in Sweden?
He's in
as
Denmark.
Oh,
in
Denmark.
Denmark, I normally in Denmark goes one place where I start in steam sauna to get warm, and then I go enter in infrared sauna and sweat as lot as I can, because I think it's the best way for me to detoxify. And once a week I go to a regular sauna where you have a lot of steam. It's not a steam sauna, but you use sauna goose. Do you know sauna goose? A man put essential oils. As in Denmark, we say sauna goose. I don't know the English word.
Well, the
Uh,
hot rock is the
Alex?
traditional.
Yes, you have the rocks in the oven, and then you put water on, and then you put essential oils.
Oh, you mix it
Different,
with the essential oils. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
we
I
call
had
it
a
sauna
sauna
goose.
like that. I
That
loved it.
I
Yeah.
love that also. But do you recommend?
Oh,
Normally,
yes.
many people say in
Any,
infrared sauna you maximum stay for 20 minutes. I stay as long as I feel, but do you recommend once a week, maximum 30 minutes or 1 hour? Or
well, it depends on how you can tolerate it. And
yeah,
usually I would say 2 to 3 times a week would be efficient to get the maximum benefit. But they've shown like just one session and people their blood circulation, their blood sugar, their hypertension went down just with one session. So, the more the merrier, as more as, that you can take. And your numbers are showing it then, because your reports are very, they've improved considerably.
thank
Awesome.
you. Is it possible to get this PowerPoint?
Yes. Mhm.
If you
Thank
want
you.
the PowerPoint, send me a message and I will go ahead and forward it to you. I don't know if it's going to be too big to,
I could put it in a PDF form.
Yeah, that would be nice in a
Okay.
PDF. Thank you very much, Darlene.
You're
cool.
welcome.
Thanks, Darlene. Okay, who is next? Karina.
Hi, guys. So my question today deals with what we have in our areas called hot works, where you can actually work out in the sauna. But the bigger question, and it's an infrared sauna, it has a number of things which I love, but it's the heat temperature that you can adjust. So you can adjust, they recommend 125 degrees to start with, and a 40-minute session cycle. So I've been doing that. I've taken a pause, but I want to get back to it. My question really is, how hot is too hot for those saunas? I know that I'm happy at 125 degrees working out or even just sitting. So I just want to make sure that I'm not, overboiling the body.
Now, are you exercising in the sauna? Because those hot works, okay. And then afterwards, are you just relaxing afterwards?
Yeah, so we can do, I've done both where I just walk in and sit in the sauna as it's happening, or I'm doing yoga in the sauna at 135, or I can do something like the bands, or they even have rowing machines in the sauna or bicycles in the sauna. And so you can actually do all of that and or just sit in said sauna. So it's a variation, and I think I'm learning from you for me, I've been doing the band, so I am resistance training inside this sauna, which I just get so much joy and relaxation from. I have bicycled before a 40-minute session, so they're 15-minute bicycle sessions you can do. So I'm heating up and bicycling, and then I go into a 40-minute session. But I also, and I seem to be okay. If I'm tired, I wait or do less. But the question really is how hot is too hot?
Well, you're exercising, so you're working on your sympathetic nervous system, then your parasympathetic. So I would suggest, if you're going to be in a relaxed state, you could go higher, but, measure your heart rate. See what your heart rate is and what your maximum. So you want to get it like around 70, 75%. You don't want to be, your heart rate up too high,
Okay.
because then you're burning muscle when you're doing that. So I would suggest, at times that you're working out in the hot works, is to have a lower temperature.
Okay.
And then when you're in a relaxed state, then see if you can withstand, you're doing 125. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yeah, at 125, I can just
Exercise,
sit
and
and enjoy it.
it's not making you dizzy or anything
No
like that. So
dizziness.
you're hydrating properly. Yeah.
Yep. Carry it
Okay.
in with me. Have some before, carrying in with me. Have some after.
Well, maybe alternate days that you can be in a more.
So yeah, right now I'm doing, or I have in the past done like 3 days a week. I want to get back into it. I put it on pause due to a family emergency, but I found a new one that's closer. So I'm real excited about it. From our discussion, I'm like, I can get back into it and I can do some things. I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't overdoing it. I've not been sick from it. I just want to make sure that I'm doing it properly. So thank you.
So I want to clarify one thing really quick. So with your maximum heart rate, okay, so Darlene said that you want to be working at about 75%, and this is how you calculate it. You take 220 and you subtract your age, and that's your maximum heart rate. Now to calculate 75%, what you're going to do is times that number times 0.75. Okay, so I'll give you an example. So for me, 220 minus 58 is 162. So that's my max heart rate. And then I'm going to multiply that by times 0.75. So 75% for me is 121. Okay, so Karina, calculate your max heart rate, and then that way you can make sure you're staying in the zone. Okay, 2 more questions, and then we've got to roll the meditation. Jennifer.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm looking at a sauna on Amazon, and it's a carbon infrared sauna for 2 people. Would that be something that would be good, or should I look, or can you give me a recommendation where to get a sauna?
They all depend on your price range. And yeah, that would probably be a good one to start with. If it's within your price range, they all get
Does it
hot.
matter?
They all get
Okay.
So this is
Does
what
that
I
infrared
did.
light?
the
Red
infrared.
light is infrared.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Darlene. Please take this. My internet guy is calling me again.
And your infrared, you can withstand more heat with the infrared, but you would have to work up to it and just, go by the instructions. And is it a wooden sauna? Is it wooden?
Hemlock wood?
Okay, that would be good. Yes.
Because the saunas I've been in, you put water on the rocks, to get the steam. Is there a difference between the steam and then just the dry? Do you
For those of
recommend one or the other?
your traditional ones, they get hotter. And I would recommend, if you wanted, I would do a steam one as well. That's what I do. I had the ozone one as a steam, but I prefer the steam.
So you would get a steam one and versus one and something like this.
Right. That I prefer the steam. That's just me, but you can have that option. A lot of times they do both. You don't have to have the steam all the time. You just add the water. If you don't want the steam, then you can just have a dry sauna.
And is this beneficial for people that have like COPD?
Yes, yes. It'll filter it'll help with your lungs. Just make sure
Okay.
you hydrate properly. Yeah.
Not, I don't have that, but it's my mom does, and I thought maybe this might be good for her.
Yeah, with older people, you have to just start like 5 minutes at a time, just build up.
And
Okay.
start with a lower heat.
Mhm.
So what you want
Okay.
to do is start low heat and low time, and then slowly increase each a little bit at a time so they can build up a tolerance.
Okay.
And I have a steam one and I prefer my infrared. So everybody's unique. What I do recommend is maybe going around your community and finding spas and different facilities that have different saunas so you can go into different ones and see what feels best in your body
That's a great idea.
before you invest a lot of money.
Yeah, there's
That's
a
what I
lot
do.
of sauna businesses coming into play. When I first started one, there was nothing in Nashville, and now there's a lot of them.
Yeah. So that's what I recommend. Before investing in anything, go try them out and see what you prefer.
Oh, okay.
Cool. Thanks, Jennifer.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you very
Lori, you're
much.
last up, and then we're going to start.
Okay, I just have a quick question. I always had the choice at the gym between the sauna and the steam room or the steam thing. And I always liked the steam because my skin, I just felt better. I just like the steam room. So I made, my other property, I made a steam shower, and it was so wonderful. It was like a steam room. It had the water came down on the sides. And so I'm just wondering, is there any more benefit in a sauna than a steam room? Because I really didn't like the dry heat that much. So
Well, anything that's going to help you sweat and allow the toxins to come out of your skin it's heating up the body.
okay.
So you're able to perspire, and that's what's necessary. So whatever you choose to do, that is better than just sitting on the couch and not sweating.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Yay. Thank you, Darlene, so much. This was really fun talking about one of my favorite topics. I hope
Yeah.
you guys all took some takeaways from that. And I would say definitely to look at different options, but also remember that depending on your budget, I have that little jerry-rigged situation I made. And you know what I can do is I can actually find the components and show you in more detail what I did so that I can help you with that. So we're going to go ahead and mute everyone. Thank you also to Dr. Gloria and Kelly for just being so wonderful and helping moderate and helping. Whoops, I got to share. Hold on. Okay, share screen. Where is it? There. Advanced computer sound. Share sound. Wait, hold on. I gotta get this one of these days. Share sound. Okay, great. Uh-oh. Oh man, it's like restart your audio. Okay, that's not gonna work. Okay, tell me if you guys can hear this. Okay, we're gonna do a sound check.
Welcome to today's Miracle Moment Meditation, brought to you by QHS and Key. Before we begin,
I can hear it, but it's low.
It's
very low.
Okay, let's turn it up. So it wants me to restart everything. You know how Zoom has their silly updates? So let me see if I can do. Okay, let's try this as loud as we can.
Welcome to today's Miracle Moment Meditation, brought to you by QHS and Key.
That's much better.
Let's take a minute to understand the power of our collective connection using the QHS technologies. When we gather, we exponentially magnify the quantum twine wave effect, delivering twine waves to each device and each one of us all over the world, including all members, even those without devices, the people you intend to support, and the earth itself. The Miracle Moment meditations increase and expand the quantum twine wave effect for every live participant, and with each additional QT wave, and QTW HHS connection. Every system added to the network increases the powerful, profound conscious quantum twine wave through each and every participating member. This is magnificent, coordinated, and collaborated communication with every device present in nano-fast times. As more QTW HHS and QT waves join the live Zoom calls, the effect is amplified even more. Today, we will be guiding you through a meditation. It's important to note, this meditation will last about 20 minutes. We encourage you to remain present and aware throughout the session. If you experience visions or emotions, that's normal. Allow yourself to feel and acknowledge them and stay present. The meditation has several parts, each designed to guide you toward a deeper state of relaxation and connection with your inner divine essence. The first part focuses on inducing deep relaxation, allowing you to enter a state.
Okay, you guys, Cynthia is going to go ahead and share hers since I have to reboot Zoom so you guys can hear it better. Okay, so I'm going to make Cynthia, thank you for being so patient and flexible. Okay, Cynthia, your co-host.
Thank you, honey. I just wanted you to know here, I wanted to join your meditation here, and with my system up at 100, so everybody's going to benefit. And I want
keep mine at 50.
Keep yours at 50. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, precious. We want everyone to get max Zoom line in effect for everyone right now. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Sharing screen. Get our beautiful Laura going. There we go. Let me share sound. Okay. Sorry, let me do this again. I have to do it all together. It's a little bit tricky. Huh. It's not popping up for me.
That's what happened to me.
Huh.
The sound?
Yeah. It's not popping.
Right in the middle of the line has the emblem.
No, it's not that. It's that the pop-up continues to depart. So it's, let me see if that, okay, I clicked it. There you go. Sharon knew what to do. Okay. All right. Thank you.
And key. Before we begin, let's take a minute to understand the power of our collective connection using the QHS technologies. When we gather, we exponentially magnify the quantum twine wave effect, delivering twine waves to each device and each one of us all over the world, including all members, even those without devices, the people you intend to support, and the earth itself. The Miracle Moment meditations increase and expand the quantum twine wave effect for every live participant, and with each additional QT wave and QTW HHS connection. Every system added to the network increases the powerful, profound conscious quantum twine wave through each and every participating member. This is magnificent, coordinated, and collaborated communication with every device present in nano-fast times. As more QTW HHS and QT waves join the live Zoom calls, the effect is amplified even more. Today, we will be guiding you through a meditation. It's important to note, this meditation will last about 20 minutes. We encourage you to remain present and aware throughout the session. If you experience visions or emotions, that's normal. Allow yourself to feel and acknowledge them and stay present. The meditation has several parts, each designed to guide you toward a deeper state of relaxation and connection with your inner divine essence. The first part focuses on inducing deep relaxation, allowing you to enter a state where your mind and body are receptive to transformation. The second part involves connecting with the quantum twine waves, Christ energies, and the God spark within you. This connection facilitates a profound alignment with the universal energies of love, healing, and wholeness. In the third part of the meditation, we expand upon your wellness, allowing you to fully experience and remember your innate wholeness and vitality. In the fourth part, we enter into a moment of serene silence. This silence provides an opportunity for quiet introspection and connection. This quiet reflection allows you to focus inward, tuning in to whatever thoughts, feelings, or insights arise within you. We also encourage you to strengthen your bond with the quantum twine waves during this silence, tuning in to their gentle presence and allowing their healing energies to flow freely within you. Finally, we conclude the meditation, bringing our practice to a gentle close, ensuring you feel grounded, centered, and rejuvenated. Remember, the quantum twine wave is scanning each participant head to toe, and then sending healing quantum twine waves as needed, wherever needed, as requested. In a moment, we will ask you to mute your microphones and speak out loud how you would like the quantum twine waves to assist you, whether it's supporting a specific part of your body or helping someone you care about. Express your intention clearly. Once you've stated your intention, take your QT wave device and place it on the part of your body where you want to focus attention and manifest change. If you don't have a device, you can place your hand wherever you would like to focus your attention. If you intend to support someone else, you can place your device or hand on the area of your own body where they need support. Remember, when you heal it in yourself, you heal it in others. Throughout this meditation, feel free to move the device or your hands to other areas as needed. If you have an HHS, please turn it to 20 now. At the end of the session, remember that the effects will continue to work, so if you feel the need to rest, take time to do so. Thank you for healing this beautiful world, starting with you. Let's begin by muting our microphones and stating our intentions out loud. Begin by allowing yourself to settle into your current position, feeling the natural comfort of your own presence. Now gently close your eyes and turn your attention inward. Notice the natural rhythm of your breath as it flows in and out. Take a full, deep breath. Feel this breath filling every part of your body, nurturing and soothing you from within. As you exhale, allow yourself to let go of tension and discomfort. Recognize that these sensations are not you. They are transient, merely passing through. With this realization, watch as they dissolve into nothingness, leaving no trace behind. You are boundless, free from these sensations and their definitions. With each breath, feel them dissipate as you become more present, more peaceful, and profoundly centered in your true essence. Now let's deepen your experience with a breathing exercise that will enrich your meditation, creating a beautiful synergy between your inner and outer worlds. Focus on the soft sound of your breath at the back of your nose, reminiscent of the gentle whispers of ocean waves. The audible sound of your breath, like the ocean waves, anchor you to the present, connecting the vastness of the outer world with the depths of your inner being, automatically establishing harmony and coherence between your body, mind, brain, heart, and all of your energetic and spiritual systems. There is nothing else to do but be in this moment. deeply relaxed, fully supported, and profoundly at peace. Now bring your attention to your body. Identify the part of your body that feels the most relaxed at this moment. It could be as small as the tip of a finger or as large as your entire back. Focus your attention on this area. Observe how this relaxation feels, how deep, how serene it is, and imagine this feeling beginning to spread. Like watercolor on wet paper, allow this sense of relaxation to expand, moving gently to neighboring areas in your body. With each breath, this soothing sensation grows, filling you up. Breathe deeply, rhythmically, and with full breaths. Imagine the relaxation spreading further and further. Notice that it's no longer just a part of you that's relaxed. Your entire being feels embraced by this calming energy. As you continue to breathe deeply, envision waves of relaxation cascading across your body. Each wave washes over you, bringing deeper calm and more profound peace. These waves are rhythmic, aligned with your breath, sweeping through you, around you, beneath you, and even beyond you. Feel yourself being carried by these waves of relaxation, deeper and deeper into a state of complete serenity. Here, in this space, you are free to explore the depths of your inner world and to dive into the vast ocean of you. Now, let's tune in to the quantum twine waves. Take a deep, full breath, allowing yourself to fully immerse in the presence of the quantum twine waves surrounding you. Feel these waves embracing you, infusing you, and offering their gentle support. As you inhale deeply, visualize the quantum twine waves penetrating your body from the crown of your head to your toes. Sense the waves flowing through you, fostering a profound connection and resonance with your perfect wholeness. With each exhale, release any tension or resistance, allowing the quantum twine waves to permeate every aspect of your being. Notice the sensations as these waves interact with your cells, filling them with radiant light and revitalizing energy. Experience the warmth and vitality of this divine presence as it spreads throughout your entire being. Acknowledge the presence of Christ consciousness, the sacred energy that embodies unconditional love, compassion, and healing within these waves. Feel this divine energy permeating every aspect of your being, illuminating your path and guiding you toward wholeness. As you breathe in, envision your cells awakening to the healing energy of the quantum twine waves and Christ consciousness. Feel a harmonious alignment spreading throughout your body as every cell vibrates in tune with waves of wholeness and unconditional love. Continue to breathe deeply, Surrender to the process of integration. Trust the quantum twine waves and Christ consciousness. Intuitively know where they are needed, guiding you toward a state of wholeness and well-being. Witness yourself as you bask in the deep sense of peace and relaxation that accompanies this surrender to divine energy. Now shift your awareness inward to the God spark residing within you. This sacred essence serves as your eternal connection to the source of creation, reminding you of your inherent divinity and sacredness. Feel the God spark igniting within you, filling you with a profound sense of purpose and empowerment. Witness as it radiates throughout your entire being, illuminating every cell with its divine light. Feel the quantum twine waves harmonizing with your God spark and the Christ energy, amplifying their power and potency. With each breath, these divine energies mingle and merge within you, creating a symphony of love and light that resonates throughout your entire being. As you continue to breathe and visualize, surrender to the profound transformation unfolding within you. Trust in the wisdom and guidance of these divine energies, knowing they are guiding you toward a deeper connection with your sacred self. Let this integration fill you with peace, strength, and healing as we transition into our meditation. Guided by the radiant light of the Christ energy, the unwavering presence of your God spark, and the powerful embrace of the quantum twine waves. Now nestle in, relax, and enjoy your miracle moment. Welcome to your miracle moment, designed to tap into the wellspring of wellness that resides within you. This journey begins with the understanding that the path to the collective healing starts at the core of our individual being. As we nurture and restore our own wellness and wholeness, we create ripples that extend beyond ourselves. In cultivating self-love, we find that love extends outward naturally. By healing ourselves, we lay the foundation to contribute to the healing of others. Every act of self-care is a stepping stone toward a healthier humanity, where healing ourselves becomes the catalyst for healing the world around us. Let's begin this process of transformation and embrace the wholeness that is our true nature. To begin, focus your attention inwardly and scan your body gently with your mind's eye. Notice how different areas of your body feel. As you continue this gentle observation, search for a spot within you where you feel a sense of wellness, wholeness, or joy. It might be a warm feeling in your heart, a lightness in your chest, or a calm space in your mind. Should you feel that a space of wellness isn't immediately apparent within your body, allow yourself to gently expand your search. It might reveal itself in a cherished memory, a hopeful vision of the future, or within the quiet depths of your spirit or soul. Trust that your wellness exists within you, in many forms and places, waiting for your recognition. Once you have found this spot of wellness, wholeness, or joy, focus your attention on it. Observe its qualities, how it feels, the sensations that come with it, the sense of completeness it brings. Breathe into this space, and with each breath, envision the sensations of wellness intensifying and becoming more vibrant. Whether it manifests as warmth, a sense of completeness, or an inner glow, feel it as it amplifies within you. Now, with intention, begin to allow this sensation of wellness to expand, like the warmth of the sun spreading at dawn. Let it gracefully move through your body. With each breath, it grows, filling you from head to toe, reaching into every cell, every space within you. Visualize this wellness, wholeness, and joy moving beyond the physical. See it extending into your energetic systems, illuminating them with its wholesome light. It brings balance to your emotions, clarity to your thoughts, and a deep sense of peace to your spirit. As you continue to breathe, a sense of complete wellness encompasses your entire being. You are in harmony with yourself, body, mind, and soul. In this space, you understand wellness, wholeness, and joy are at the heart of your natural state, a core part of who you are. Feeling this wholeness as a steady, unwavering presence within you. It's always there, always accessible. Anytime you wish to reconnect with this feeling, simply turn your focus inward. Now let's embrace a quiet moment together for about 5 minutes. This pause and guidance invites you to personally engage with the quantum twine waves, deepening your connection and enhancing your experience to its fullest potential. When you feel ready, gently bring your awareness back to the present moment. Take a few deep breaths, and when you open your eyes, carry this sense of wellness and wholeness with you, letting it infuse every moment of your day. As we conclude this meditation, step forward with confidence, knowing that the quantum twine waves continue to flow within you. Their positive influences remain active, extending far beyond our shared time in this space. Take this step and every step hereafter with the knowledge that you are blessed.
Oh boy. That was always beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. We have to remind people to come in that want to be in the meditation, just to come in through the WoW link instead of the separate link, because it was a little confusing.
That was fabulous.
Fabulous.
I saw my dad come through. Very, very interesting.
Your dad that's with your mom
No.
alive?
Mm-mm. The other one, my
Oh
real dad,
my.
my real
Oh
father.
my. Oh my.
Very, very interesting.
Hmm.
Anybody want to share an experience that they had for this meditation? Okay, don't make me call on you. Nancy says the call was so interesting and what a wonderful HHS meditation to end with. It was so very powerful. I have to leave now. Love you all. Cynthia, what are you noticing with your HHS on 100 doing multiple meditations a week?
It's always the same for me, but I'm getting deeper and deeper. And that's what happens with meditation. We go deeper and deeper, and things come up to be handled, and things come up and they waft away. And it's a wonderful, wonderful reminder to be present. I have always the same results with the tingling in the back, in my central nervous system tingling, and then the same effect here with my eyes and my top of my head from my cheekbones all the way up, tingling. It's still tingling, and the warmth is pretty strong. So this is areas that I know I need help with, and so that's wonderful. I know it's working. My wish today, my desire today was heal and clear all issues, systemic issues in my body immediately. Make it so right now. That was my request. That's a good one.
That is a good one. I actually put my device on my shoulder because that's like what has been bugging me the most. And unbelievable how it feels so loose right now.
I don't know. I don't see where I can raise my hand, but I'd like to share.
Thank you, Jonna.
When you first did the 100, Cynthia, I think it was Friday, I joined. Yesterday, I joined. And today, for at least a day after the first one, it was like I had this amazing new energy. And the same thing, it's all up here, you know, during the, and then again, yesterday, I noticed it's like there's a real change in my vibration. I don't know how else to describe it, but it's beautiful. So I'm hoping it just continues. Thank you.
Integrate, improve. Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Thanks, Jonna. Kira.
I agree with Jonna, same kind of thing. The energy from when we started with 100 and turning it up to 50, I feel very different. And the thing I noticed most the first time was that I have a chronic tightness, like here, it's just tight all the time. And since Friday, it has just been, or yeah, when did we do it? Yeah, Tuesday. Since Tuesday on the key call, my whole chest in this area is just starting to relax. And just inhaling is so much easier, so much more natural. There's less struggle. It's not quite there yet, but it's a significant change just from Tuesday and having all those devices up so high. So it's pretty amazing.
Yay. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Sweetie. And thank you for texting me so that I could get Cynthia on. I didn't notice her message.
No worries. I'm here to help.
Teamwork makes the dream work, baby.
That's right.
Okay. And Linda Motz, this is who, Cynthia, this is who I was telling you about this morning.
Hi, Linda.
Hi, thank you so much for considering me.
Thank you.
I always start with the tingling in my hands and my feet, and it just kind of works up through my limbs. And always during the meditation, not always, but most of the time, I have a visualization towards the end, and I don't always know what it means, but sometime later it hits me, and then I have some kind of an insight. And today, same thing. Near the end, there was this owl. There were different colors, and then an owl started coming at me in my face. And I don't know what that means, but it kept flying around for about 3 or 4 minutes, and that was my experience today.
Fabulous.
And
Let
of
me know
course,
when you figure it out. Okay.
okay, I'll do that.
Cool. Okay, Steph. You're muted, babe. Where'd she go?
I guess I can't share unless I unmute, huh? Well, Linda, it's funny you speak about the owl. When we first started that, I had an owl visit and sit in the backyard, and it stayed there. Remember, I posted that in the admin guys. It stayed on the porch and it stayed on the bench in the backyard for a minute when we first started. But Darlene is on the money with the meditation and the adding, making sure that we're hydrated and everything. I actually belong to another membership, which, does different IV things and meditation and even Krylo. But I do know that when I make it there once a week, like I think I should, and get in that sauna a couple of times, I do even have a stronger meditation than I do every morning. And that is really, to me, the utmost. I really love doing that. And yes, at one time I had a sauna in the basement. I don't have that anymore, but I think it's very important that we look at that because it seems like it electrifies us on our connection when we are really hydrated. And sweating is definitely crucial. And thank you, Darlene. That was beautiful.
Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, water is our conductor. Yeah, we need.
Well, the electricity with the water, the sodium, the electrolytes is what I'm getting from what you're saying. Because if you think about that, we're electrical beings, right? That's why they use a defibrillator to get us back to life, to give us that charge. And the charge in your water comes from your electrolytes, your sodium. So
Right.
Definitely.
The equipment I use, if people are dehydrated, I can't get a test from them. So I need that water in their system.
And it's funny because the one that I use, if they're dehydrated, I literally spray their hands.
Yeah.
Literally spray their hands so that I can receive the information I need in order to see what's going on. So yeah, very
cool.
important.
You guys are so awesome. Thank you for that. And Donna.
Unmute.
There you go.
my focus was on my eyes. I've been having a lot of problems with dry eye for quite some time. And throughout the meditation, you know, probably about halfway through with the flute music going, I actually just I was floating. I was just going with the flow of the music, like I was part of that note that was going through. And you know, and at the end, this vision, you know, of this native Indian, and this has happened to me before, that he came back up and he's always looking out, you know, and, you know, again, and it's the same message each time I've been getting lately, is that many changes are coming and just go with the flow.
That's beautiful. You know, you just gave me a visualization of when I was really young. I had a shirt with an Indian princess on it, and it had like rhinestones in her hair. And that's like literally what I just saw, which just gave me the shivers when you said that. So thank you for sharing that. That was really special.
You're welcome. And Cynthia, I just want to say thank you to you and everybody else that's sharing, because I'm not used to all these feelings and sensations and that band around the eyes, and I still have the tingling and the heat. It's like I actually have like a heat pad going right around.
Yeah. My pleasure. Thank you. Thank you for enjoying it. I'm so glad. We're sharing love everywhere. Healing for the world. That's what we are all about. Thank you, Donna.
Thank you all. And let's go ahead and end this beautiful session today with my favorite way, bringing your hands in Anjali Mudra, prayer pose, and bring them up to your forehead. May you think only joyful thoughts to your lips. May you speak only kind words. And to your heart, may you show love to yourself and to all around you. Peace, peace, peace. Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you, beautiful ones. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Make it a beautiful day. Sending you so much love. And I look forward to seeing you next time.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Cynthia.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone. Have a beautiful day.